That is the answer. Okay. No, no, it is in NCRT solve example. Somebody asked me NCRT solve example that I'm explaining. Okay, fine. Yes, error that is rise in temperature. Error will be 0.1. Error will be 0.1 here. Temperature difference will be what? 30, 30 plus minus temperature difference 30 plus minus 1 degree Celsius. That is the error means temperature difference, and the error will be 0.1 degree Celsius. Okay, plus minus 1 degree Celsius. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, test detail is whatever I have taught you up till now in Monday, up to Monday means motion in 2 dimension that I have taught you, that will come in the exam. Okay, okay, fine. Now, next is vectors we have to discuss. Okay, kinematics 1D we have discussed. Vectors we have to discuss. Okay, vectors I have discussed I think some portions. Na? Addition of vectors we have discussed. Okay, then we have dot product. Okay, I think multiplication I did not discuss yesterday. Yes, na. So multiplication, we have three types of multiplication. One is a scalar multiplied with vector. Okay, a scalar multiplied with vector. That is the one case. Okay, then we have vector with vector. We are getting the scalar quantity. Okay, second is a vector into vector will get the scalar quantity. And third one is a vector into vector. We are getting a vector quantity. Okay, fine. So these are the three types of multiplication. The first is very easy. Like if I say a vector is equal to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus k cap. If we have to find 2a, it would be simply multiply 2 with this number, that is 4i cap plus 6j cap plus 2k cap. Okay, that is the first type of multiplication. Okay, that is the first type of multiplication. Directly you multiply with the scalar quantity. Okay, next type of multiplication is a vector with vector. Okay, a vector with a vector, that is known as dot product. Dot product or scalar product. Scalar product. Dot product or scalar product. Okay, so how we represent dot product? That is a dot b will be equal to a b cos theta, where theta is the angle between the a and b. Okay, the answer which we are getting is a scalar quantity. This is scalar. Okay, and we are multiplying a vector with vector. We are multiplying a vector with vector, and we are getting a scalar quantity. That is known as scalar product or a dot product here. Okay, fine. So we can do one example here, that if a vector is say I cap plus j cap minus k cap, b vector is 2y cap plus j cap minus or plus k cap. Okay, now we have to find a dot b. Okay, a dot b will be equal to how much? So that would be I cap plus j cap plus k cap dot of 2y cap plus j cap plus k cap. So in dot product you have to multiply I with I, j with j, and k with k. If you multiply I with I, means 1 into 2 will be 2, 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 1 minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, so we are getting answer as 2. Okay, So in dot product we have to multiply I with I, j with j, and k with k. Okay, that is the dot product. Now if we have to find the angle between the two vectors, okay, that is cos theta. To find the cos theta, it would be what? A dot b divided by mod a mod b. Okay, mod a and mod b. A dot b by mod a and mod b. Okay, so a dot b is 2. Then we have to find mod a and mod b. So mod a will be equal to how much? Mod a will be equal to the square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square means root 3. That is mod a. And mod b will be equal to square root of 2 square plus 1 square plus 1 square means root 6 is mod b. So we can get this answer as cos theta will be equal to root 3, sorry, 2 by a dot b is 2 and mod a and mod b is root 3 into root 6. So angle theta will be equal to cos inverse of 2 by root 3 root 6. That is the angle between the two vectors. So with the help of dot product, we can find the angle between the two vectors. Okay, fine. We can find the angle between the two vectors. Okay, whatever answer is 2 by root 18, whatever we want to write, that is the right answer. Okay, fine. Now we can also, how can we find it is dot or cross product? Whenever there is dot, it means dot product. Whenever there is cross, is cross product. The cross product result would be a vector quantity. This would be a scalar quantity. Okay, fine. Okay, so that is how we get the dot. So we can find the angle between the two vectors, which is theta here. Okay, now we can also find, we can also, okay, how to find the dot product? That only I am doing now. That only I have done now. Okay, yes, work done and power are dot products. Okay, work done and powers are dot product. Equilibrium means that if the net force acting on the body is zero, then we say it is in equilibrium. Okay, then it is in equilibrium. Okay, fine. Now this one more application of dot product is to find the vector along the another vector. Okay, like we have one vector a vector. Okay, we have one vector a vector. We have another vector b. Okay, it is inclined at an angle of theta. Then we can find the vector a along the b vector. Okay, vector a along the b vector by taking the projection of the vector along the b. So if you project the vector along the b, we get the component of a along the b. Okay, the component of a along the b will be a cos theta. So we can easily find this if we use dot product concept. Okay, which means what? A dot b must be equal to a b cos theta. If we have to find the component of a along the b, that would be equal to a cos theta will be equal to a dot b by b is the component of a along b. Okay, component of a along b. Fine. Okay, so that is another application of dot product. That is finding the component of a along the b vector. Okay, fine. Next is, okay. Next is the cross product. Cross product means if you multiply the two vectors and you are getting the vector itself, then this is known as cross product. Okay, then it is known as cross product. Okay, a vector multiplied by another vector will give us cross product. Okay, so how to find the cross product? Okay, so I told you first of all what is the value of cross product. That is a cross b must be equal to mod A, mod B, sine theta n cap. N cap is the direction of A cross B. Okay, so how to find the direction? So if you assume this is a plane, okay, we have two vectors, that is A vector and the B vector. Angle between them is theta. To find the cross product, we have to use right hand thumb rule. Put your finger on the right hand, rotate, curl your finger towards the A vector. The direction of thumb will give the direction of A cross B. So A cross B direction would be perpendicular to both A and B. So in this way we can find the n cap and the magnitude of A cross B. The magnitude of A cross B would be equal to A B sine theta is the magnitude. Direction by right hand thumb rule means if you rotate the finger, if you curl the finger from B to A, the direction of thumb will give the direction of the vector. Okay, that is A B. Fine. Okay, that is A cross B. Understand? Now this is how we find the magnitude of the A vector. Okay, then A cross B. Then we have then how to find the A cross B value. Okay, how to find the A cross B? Yes, B cross A will be minus n cap. B cross A will be minus n cap. Okay. Now angle between the two vectors. See, if in the question they ask you that A cross B is perpendicular to, perpendicular means angle we can find. If we know the magnitude of A cross B, we can find the angle between A and B. Magnitude of A cross B is what? AB sine theta. Okay, so if we know A cross B value, then the sine theta would be equal to mod of A cross B divided by AB. This in this way we can find the value of theta. Okay, so A cross that is how we can find the angle theta here. Okay, fine. See, matrix method. Now matrix method is to find A cross B value. Okay, fine. Okay, can I give you one question here? Can you solve that question? Okay, okay, I give you one problem. Okay, just solve that. You have to tell me direction of the vector. Okay, say direction. You have to only tell me. Okay, like just think. This is the x-axis. This is the x-axis. This is your y-axis. Okay, this is the z-axis. Z-axis. Okay. Now we have a z-axis is denoted by dot or cross also. Okay. So just think that we have two vectors here. Okay, this is z-axis. One vector is here A, other vector is B. Angle between them is 90 degree. Okay. Can you find what is the value of a direction of A cross B? Direction of A cross B. This both the vectors are in yz plane. Okay. Can you find the direction of A cross B? A cross B. It would be in A cross B towards y-axis. Are you getting this or not? This is three-dimension plane. Okay. I have two vector in yz plane. This is yz plane. Can you tell me in which direction this vector will, in which direction A cross B will be there? Towards positive x direction. Very good. Towards positive x direction. Means you put your finger towards the A vector. Curl your finger towards the B. Where is the thumb pointing? Where is the thumb pointing? Is it pointing towards x-axis? Yes. So what is the direction of A cross B? Is it x-axis? Yes, I cap. So here direction would be I cap like this. This is I cap. Understood? Fine. Now in this problem only if I ask you what is the value of B cross A? B cross A, tell me. What is the value of B cross A? It would be minus I cap. What we have done? You have put your finger on B vector. Put your finger on B vector. Rotate towards the A vector. Where is the thumb pointing? Thumb is pointing towards the minus I cap. Okay, understood. Fine. Can we give more problem like this? Okay. You'll tell the direction of the vectors. Okay. Say, first of all, see, whenever I say dot, it means what? It means the vector is, uh, this means plus z axis. Dot means plus z axis. Okay. Cross means minus z axis. And z axis, I think you know, z axis is that axis which is perpendicular to your screen. Okay. When the vector is coming towards you, it is a positive z axis. Okay. When it is going away from you, it is negative z axis. Understand? Coming out of the page is positive z. Coming inside the page is, going inside the page is negative z. Understand? So cross means negative z. See, you have to understand this, okay? Otherwise, you won't able to do magnetism in class 12. That is why I'm creating your base here, okay, for magnetism. Otherwise, you won't understand anything there. So what I am telling you, just listen carefully, okay? Fine. You have to understand this. See, look, if I have to mention z-axis in 2D plane, two-dimension plane, so how we can represent x-axis? X-axis would be like this, correct? Y-axis would be like this. Is this correct? Now, if I have to show z-axis, I have to show z-axis. Z-axis is shown by the dot or the cross. So if I put the dot here, it means what? If I put the dot here, it means what? It is a positive z or negative z? Positive z. Very good. It is a positive z. Yes. Now, 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 in the same case, just see. This is the x-axis. This is your x-axis. This is your y-axis. And if I put a cross here, what does this understand? Cross means z, minus z. Okay, understand this. Minus z means cross. Cross means the z. We are talking about this minus z. This axis minus z. If I am putting dot, it means I am talking about plus z. Did you get this or not? Okay, fine. Now, if I ask you one problem here, question is that we have a vector which is dot. Dot, you understand? It is towards the z axis. Okay, and we have another vector b vector towards the x axis. Now, can you tell me what is the direction of a cross b? What is the direction of a cross b? Can you tell me? A cross b. Find a cross b. Y axis. How did you get y axis? Tell me. How did you get y axis? Z means you have to put your fingers towards the z axis. Rotate towards the b vector. Where is the thumb pointing? Y axis, which means the y axis would be in this direction. That is a cross b direction is okay. This is y axis, which is direction of a vector cross b vector. Okay, understood. Now, if I ask you in the same problem, what is b cross a? What is b cross a? B cross a minus y axis. Very good. So what you have to do? Put your finger towards b vector. Rotate towards positive z. Where is the thumb pointing? Negative y. So this is the direction of uh, b cross a. Understood? I think you understood this. How we are getting this? Okay. One more problem you have to tell me. Fine. Okay, we have this is a basic for magnetism. Okay, if you can see the direction here, your half of the magnetism problem is solved. Half of the means half chapter is completed if you simply know the direction of A cross B. Okay, fine. Now if I give you one vector here, vector A is cross and vector B is northeast. This is northeast. Can you find the direction of A cross B? Tell me the direction of A cross B. Northeast. So you have to draw this. This is what? North, east, west, south. Okay. So in which direction would be there? Is it x-axis? No. Wrong. Northwest? No. No. Not y-axis. No. What do you have to do? Do A cross B. A cross B. Put your finger towards the A axis. Put your finger towards the A vector. Rotate towards the B vector. Where's the thumb pointing? Tell me. A cross B means what? Is it southeast? Right hand only. Right hand. Don't use the left hand. Right hand only. Is it southeast? See? Is it southeast or not? Is this A cross B somewhere here? North. Is it southeast or not? Northeast. Why northeast? I am asking direction of A cross B. Is it? Yes, it is southeast. Okay. Is it southeast? Fine. Are you getting this or not? No, no. A is inside the. Okay, wait. Wait, I'll show you the front camera, but you will not understand directly. No, that is the problem. A cross B, I have shown you that you did not understand. That is the problem. Okay. See, I'll show you the video. Okay. Okay, is my video visible to you all? I am not able to see my video. Wait. Wait, I am not able to see. Just I have to see. Okay. See, if you look at this question, that last question I have done. Pin. How can I do pin here? How to see my video? I have to see my video also. No? Then only I can see na, where is my hand. Can anyone tell me how to see my video? I am not able to see my video. Okay, just wait. Okay, my video is visible. Look, a black box. What I can say? Watch. Wait. Okay. I am able to see. Okay, see. If you look at the last question which I have done, A cross B1. Okay, where is your A vector? A vector is inside the plane. Can you see my hand, right hand? Where is the A vector? Inside the plane. Okay, and where I have to rotate the A vector? Tell me. This is the right hand. I have to rotate towards the B vector. Okay, see, it is this is the A vector. Okay, this is the right hand. I am pointing my right hand towards the negative direction. Okay, and I am rotating the finger towards the B because B is in this direction. So A cross B. Where is my thumb pointing? Is it pointing towards the southeast? Yes or no? Are you getting this now? This is A vector which is inside the plane. Then you have to rotate towards the B. B is here. Where's your thumb pointing? A cross B. Okay, fine. Understand? Okay, I think you got this. Like if I say uh, this A cross B one. Okay, see, wait. Yes, B is pointing towards the B is pointing towards the northeast. So northeast. See, let me wait. See, if you think, okay, just wait. I'll show you something like. Okay, so this is north, north, east, west, south. Okay, so okay, so you can see this sign. Can you able to see this? This is your north. This is your east. This is south, and this is west. Okay, fine. Now where is B vector? Where is your B vector? The B vector is towards northeast. This is your B vector. Can you see the B vector or not? Okay. And where is your A vector? Where is your A vector? A vector is inside the plane. So cross. Okay. A vector is inside the plane. Cross. So what we have to do? Put your right hand towards the A vector which is inside the plane. Okay. A vector is inside the plane. Rotate your finger towards the B vector. Rotate towards the B vector. Thumb will point towards southeast. Okay. You will find it. Okay. You will do it by yourself. You will get the answer. Okay. Yes. Fine. So if you want, we can do more problem based on this. This is very important. Okay. This direction sense is very important for us. Okay. In the magnetism, it is very important. Okay. So I hope you got this. Let we want you want more practice on this. No, it is not in the test. Okay, I'm just giving you for knowledge only. Okay, it is not in the test, so don't worry about this. You should do something which is knowledgeable to you now. Okay, fine. Okay, kinetic study I will do. I'll just do one or two problem, then we'll do kinetic study. Okay, fine. So one more problem we can do. Mm, say B vector is outside the plane, and A vector is this is what? This is A vector. This is A vector. Okay, this is what? North, east, west, and south. Okay, fine. Can you find B cross A? Can you find B cross A? This is B vector. This is B vector. Okay. Can you find B cross A? It is southwest. Yes, very good. Very good, Harini. It is southwest. Yes. So B is outside the plane. Okay. So you have to put your finger outside the right hand only. Right hand finger on outside the plane. Rotate towards B vector. Okay. Where is the thumb pointing? It is pointing in this direction. You can see this will be the direction of B cross A. B cross A. Understand? If A cross B, if I ask you, then A cross B, A cross B, northeast, yes, northeast. This is A cross B. Okay. I hope you are getting this. How we are finding out. Okay. So this sense is very important. If you can get the sense properly that how to find A cross B, then definitely you will get the answer. Okay, definitely your this magnetism point. Okay, fine. One more problem we can do. Okay, now everyone should get the answer correct in this case. Okay, say we have A vector in northeast and B vector in northwest. What is the direction of A cross B? Direction of A cross B. South, south. Both are in the same plane. Okay, Z axis. Yes, it would be Z axis na A cross B. A is in northeast. This is northeast. This is fingers towards the B. Where is your thumb pointing? Do it. Do it. Do in your screens. Okay. It would be dot K cap. Yes. Understood. It would be K cap. Understand. So that is the direction of A cross B. So I hope we are getting what is how we are getting all these vectors here. A cross B. Okay. Fine. So if you can do this, your half of magnetism is over. In magnetism, half of the portion is direction only. If you can do this, your rest part is over. I'm telling you seriously, it is not like vector is very important. Okay, don't think vector is not important. Vector is very, very important because whole of the magnetism is based on these vectors only. Okay, fine. In 12, yes, in 12 you will study about magnetism. Even in 11th, you will have rotational dynamics. There you will use cross product, means there you have to find torque, that is R cross F. Even angular momentum you have to find, that also is M R cross B. Okay, these all concept you will study the dot cross product here. Okay, so these two topic you will study the cross product. There you have to find the direction of the torque. Even angular velocity omega is cross product only. Okay, so this is very important. Direction is important. Okay, fine. Now we'll discuss direction. We are discussing. Now we will study about A cross B vector. How to multiply A with B. So if you say A vector is 2I cap plus J cap plus K cap, and B vector is minus I cap minus J cap plus 3K cap. Okay. So A cross B, A vector cross B vector would be equal to what? First of all, you have to draw the matrix here. Okay. Then you have to write I vector, J vector, and K vector. Then if you have to find A cross B, you have to first put the values of A. That is 2, 1, 1. Value of B minus 1 and 3. Okay. That is the matrix method. First of all, you have to fill the matrix. This is 3 cross 3 matrix. This is plus, this would be minus, this would be again plus. Okay, plus minus plus. Okay. Now A cross B will be equal to, first, so you have to take I vector. Okay, first you have to take I. Okay, now when you are taking this I, you have to neglect the row and column of I. Okay, row and column of I. So what is remaining here? The remaining portions are these number 1 1 minus 3 3. Then you have to cross multiply this We have to cross multiply. This means 1 into 3, then minus of this cross multiplication means it would be 1 into 3 minus of minus 1 into 1. Okay, minus of 1 into 1 is minus 1. Okay, this is I cap. Then you have to put a j cap. So we have to put minus j cap. Minus j cap, when you take minus j cap, then you have to ignore the row and column associated with the minus j cap. Okay, so this row and this column is neglected. Then you cross multiply. So 2 into 3 is 6. Then minus of minus 1 in j cap. Then we have a plus k cap. Okay, plus k cap means minus 2 minus of minus 1. Okay, so we are getting this 3 plus 1 4 I cap. Would be minus 5 j cap. This would be minus k cap. This is A cross B vector. 4 I cap minus 5 j cap plus k cap. Okay, fine, minus k cap. It is A cross B. Okay, now if in the problem we have only I cap and j cap, if in the problem we have only I cap and j cap, like one student asked me that if only I cap and j cap is there, like A vector is say I cap minus j cap and B vector is uh, say I cap plus j cap. We can assume anything. Okay, then how can we use matrix method? Again, you can use matrix method. Means if I have to find A cross B, then you have to fill the matrix. Okay, this would be I cap minus j cap, then k cap, then fill A vector. Okay, then fill A vector. Okay, so A vector would be 1 minus 1 0 because k value is 0, so you have to put 0 there. Then 1 1 and 0. Okay, fine, understood. So if no k cap is there, then you simply need to put 0 there. Okay, then okay, fine. Then then what we can do, again we use the same method. If you see the same method, we will find that I and j will be 0. Okay, see, I cap would be equal to what? 0 minus 0. J cap would be 0 minus 0 and k cap would be 1 plus 1. 1 minus of minus 1 means plus 1. So you get A cross B as 2k cap. Simple it is. Okay, 2k cap. Okay, so that is how also we can find this. So if only two vectors are there, just put 0 0, you'll get the answer. Where it is minus 5. Okay, 7. Okay, no problem. See, if I do some mistake, calculation mistake. Okay, so don't take by heart. Okay, I'll rectify that mistake. Okay, so it is minus 7, not minus 5. Okay, so see, it is 6 plus 1, 7. Okay, fine. So that is how we can find the cross product. So I hope you got how we are getting the cross product. Okay, fine. So vectors is over. Now projectile. Projectile. So in projectile we have what? We have time of the flight, range. Okay. So first of all, the derivation is very important for your mid-sem exam. Derivation is important. Okay. Now, how we got the time of the flight range that we can derive now. Then let us suppose we have the projectile, which is projected with initial velocity u, angle is theta. Then what is the time of the flight? Okay, the range and the maximum height. Okay, so to find the time of the flight, we have to apply the equation along the y-axis. Okay, fine. This is the x and this is y. So we can write here as sy equal to uyt minus half gt square. So if the body started from A point and it reaches a B point, the y value is 0. Sy will be 0. So y0 equal to, now this u will have two component. One is u sine theta, other is u cos theta. So it would be what? U sine theta into t minus half gt square. So we get time of flight as 2u sine theta by g. Or we can also write 2uy by g. This is the time of the flight, 2uy by g or 2u sine theta by g. Then we have the range. Okay. Now range, then we have the range. Okay. Now in range, range will be equal to how much? Okay. So range will be ux into t, time of the flight. Okay. Ux is how much? 2uy by g. Sorry, ux is ux only. Time of flight is 2uy by g. So it would be 2ux uy by g. Or we can also write 2u cos theta u sine theta by g. This will come as how much? U sine 2 theta by g. This is the range of the projectile. Then we will have the maximum height. So for maximum height, h max, final velocity should be 0. Initial velocity along the y-axis is what? U sine theta whole square by minus 2g. So you get to u square sine square theta by 2g. Or you can say uy square by 2g. That will be the max. Derivation will be asked in the midsem, so do the derivation properly. Okay, fine. So these are the three important derivation of projectile: maximum height, range, and time of the flight. Okay, fine. Then we will have some problems. I think we have done all enough problems in projectile. Okay. Then we have horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile means we are throwing the object from certain height. Inclined plane projectile is not there in your syllabus. For NEET syllabus, inclined plane is not there. Okay. Now for horizontal projectile, let us suppose we are throwing the object from certain height h with speed u. Then again you have to find the time of the flight, range, and maximum height. Okay. Then time of the flight would be equal to what? Minus y equal to 0 minus half gt square, which means time of flight will come as 2 2h by g is the time of the flight. Okay. 2h by g is the time of the flight. Then range will be equal to u into t, which is what? U into time of the flight, that is 2h by g. So this way we can find the range also, we can find the time of flight also. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the horizontal range, horizontal projectile. Now, if the projectile is thrown from, yes, it is root of 2h by g. Okay, root of 2h by g. Okay. Next, we have another projectile h max height, and we are throwing. Okay, and we are throwing upward with some angle theta. Okay, in that case, this is the height of the building. Okay, in that case we will have two component of x, that is u cos theta, other is u sin theta. Then the time of the flight would be again same formula, that is minus h equal to uh, plus u sin theta into t minus half gt square. Okay, so if you can find the value of t, we'll get the value of time of the flight. Then range will be equal to u cos theta into time of the flight. Concept remains same. Okay, fine, concept remains same. Then we can also find the maximum height from the ground. For that, the maximum height from the ground we can use, let us suppose this height is h1. Okay, so h1 will be equal to uh, v square minus, sorry, 0 square from the horizontal, h from the ground. Okay, so whatever is there we can find. Okay, in projectile we can easily find if you know the concept properly. Okay, now I think all the revision has been done. Any doubt in anything? Rain problem I have not done. Okay, rain man problem I have not done. Okay, fine. So this I will explain you after the midsem. River problem also I have not done. Rain man problem also I have not done. This I have to do. So whatever I have not taught you, I will, this that will not come. Motor boat also will not come. No, any doubt is there, you can ask me. Any doubt is there, you can ask me. Your revision part is over. Okay. Deleted portion. See, whatever I have taught you will come in the exam. Okay. Don't think about deleted portion. Okay. Deleted portion is required for your NEET exam. So don't say like deleted portion is there or not. Okay. Okay. Any definition is not important. Only this from building I have done. Only derivation is important. Okay, building, this is building now, building of high touch that we have done. Okay, okay, see that, see projectile 2D will not be asked. Okay, sorry, this motion in 2D will not be asked. Fine, like this rain man problem is there. Only one thing it can be asked, like if body moves in the east direction, okay, and then it turns towards the west or north, a body moves say 2 meters towards the east direction and it moves 2 meters towards the north direction, then what is the displacement of the body? Displacement would be this vector. Okay, displacement is final vector minus initial vector. Okay, so final vector will be 2 meter j cap minus of 2 meter I cap. Okay, 2 root 2 is the displacement. In vector form it would be, okay, one thing you can write here. Okay, you can do like say one question is there that a body is moving towards the east side 2 meter and it turns towards the north side say 2 meters. Okay, north side 2 meters. Okay, what is the displacement vector? Find the displacement vector, means delta r vector you have to find. Can you get the answer for this displacement vector? Displacement vector, not magnitude I'm asking. Displacement vector. 2 I cap plus 2 j cap. No, wrong. 2 j cap minus 2 I cap. Very good. Okay, yes, that is the correct answer. See, The displacement, the final displacement is what? 2j cap. Initial displacement is 2y cap. So displacement vector delta r would be equal to 2j cap minus 2y cap. This is j cap. Okay. It would be what? 2j cap minus 2y cap is the answer. Okay. That is the displacement. It would be northeast. Uniform circular motion is not there. I'm telling you now the topic which I have taught that will only come. Don't try to read anything else. Okay. One more sum. Okay. Okay. One more sum I will give you. Just try to get the answer. The velocity vector is given by 2i cap plus 2tj cap. Find the speed of the particle. Find the speed of the particle in t seconds. Speed of the sorry, not speed. Sorry. Find the distance traveled by the particle in t seconds. Speed. Speed is the magnitude velocity. Am I right or not? Speed is the magnitude of the velocity. Okay, fine. Which means if I find the mod of v, can I say it is the speed of the particle? Velocity is given by 2i cap plus 2tj cap. Okay, speed would be what? Mod of v. Mod of v means what? Square root of 2 square plus 2t whole square, which means square root of 4 plus 4t square. Am I correct or not? This is the speed of the particle. Okay, but I have to find distance. The distance is equal to what? Speed is equal to speed is mod of v equal to mod of v is equal to x dt integration of this. Sorry. Distance x is equal to integration of mod of v dt. Am I correct or not? Mod of v means speed. Okay, so distance will be equal to integration of mod v dt. Okay, so mod v is how much? Integration of 4 plus 4t square dt from 0 to t second is the distance traveled by the particle. Or we can also write this as x equal to 2 0 to t integration of 1 plus t square dt. So this is a very important point here I have discussed here, that the mod of v is equal to speed of the particle. Okay, understood. So if you can integrate this, you'll get the answer. Okay. I have asked the question from CCAS material also. Okay, but the level is very easy. The question level is very easy. Okay, so you don't need to worry about anything. Okay. NCRT, do the NCRT properly for your mid-sem. NCRT book, solve example and unsolved example both. Okay, fine. And then CCAS material. That too, you do very easy problem. I will not do any difficult problem. I am not giving you difficult problem. Okay, fine. Okay, so thank you all. You could have told me before now that you don't have seekers material. I am keep on telling you all that if you don't have seekers material, contact Ramesh sir, but he won't listen to me. Okay, so thank you all. In PDF it is there. Okay, so